They say no one should enter a mosque after midnight, especially if the doors open on their own. Her name was Layla. She was 16. Quiet. She lived in a small village where the mosque stood untouched by time. Its minaret scraping the clouds, its courtyard choked with weeds, its marble walls covered in moss. One night, walking home late from her aunt's house, she saw the mosque lights flickering. The old woman who lived across the street had taken ill. The power was out everywhere else, but the mosque glowed like a beacon, inviting yet unsettling. She stepped closer. The heavy wooden doors creaked open. Nobody was supposed to be there. The imam had died years ago. His son, Yusef, was the caretaker now, but he lived in the city. Still, something compelled Layla forward. She pushed open the doors and entered. The prayer hall was silent except for the distant sound of crickets. A single prayer mat lay on the ground, centered perfectly in the vast emptiness, and it was facing the wrong direction. Layla called out, "Is anyone here?" No answer, but something, maybe curiosity, maybe fate, made her step forward. She knelt on the mat. Her body moved without her will. As she bowed her head, the lights went out. Total darkness. Whispers filled the room, but not from outside. They came from underneath the mosque, from beneath the floorboards. "Anta khiran huna," you are finally here. She tried to stand, but her hands were stuck, her knees locked. Then she saw them. Figures surrounding her, praying, but not human. No faces, only black robes soaked in something dark and viscous. Layla's breath quickened. The air grew cold. She wasn't alone. She was never alone. She looked up at the mihrab, the niche that indicates the direction of Mecca, but it was gone. In its place was a gaping black void that seemed to devour the little light that remained. The voice spoke again, ancient and powerful. "The offering has come. The prayer begins." The floor beneath her shook. The call to prayer echoed, but in reverse, a distorted mockery of the familiar chant. Layla screamed, but no sound came out. She pounded the floor, but it was as hard and unyielding as stone. She closed her eyes, but that only made the whispers louder. They slithered around her, through her, icy fingers digging into her skin. And then they stopped. Morning came. The sun sliced through the darkness, turning the mosque into a burning inferno of light. People emerged, drawn by Layla's abandoned bag outside the mosque. They found one prayer mat, no longer askew, facing the right direction again. But there was no sign of Layla, not even her shoes. They say the mosque was never haunted. It was hungry, and Layla, with her innocent curiosity, had awakened something ancient and terrible that had lain dormant for years. Now, every night, the whispers return, growing louder, more insistent, and the mosque waits for the next voice, the next girl, the next confession in the dark. So if you hear a whisper after midnight, or a mosque door creaks open when no one is near, don't go inside. Even if you hear your name, especially if you hear your name, because what waits inside is not Allah and not mercy. It's something older and much, much hungrier. And Tatali, you are next.